Hey, I just want to let you know that I wanted to do a Q&A for my next video. So if you have any questions or ideas, just leave them in the comments and I'll answer them in the next video. Thank you. Back to the video. I wonder what my next video should be about. Another school story? Of course. Okay. So I know I talk about school a lot, but that's just because I have a lot of stories and they're the most relatable and fun stories I have. And you obviously clicked this video, so it's your fault. But anyway, in this video, I'm just gonna be talking about random stuff that I remember. So yeah, and majority of these are in high school because younger me was interesting to say the least. And I'll probably make a separate video on that anyway. So yeah. So in my freshman year of high school, everyone was required to take an ethnic studies class. And the teacher, we always thought he was high. He was an interesting guy. This guy just looked geeked every time we saw him. He would light sage a lot, which I thought was just a cover up to hide the smell. I thought he would just do it right before class every time. And because this guy was very anti-establishment, he would get into fights with a lot of the teachers. Mainly just arguments, not actual fist fights. But that still would have been fun to see. His class involved a lot of talking, so obviously there was going to be presentations and projects and stuff like that. I remember for one of these presentations, we had to choose a song and explain what we thought it meant. And I chose Oklahoma by Jack Stauber, because I was really into Jack Stauber back then. But hey, that song is still really good. But anyway, I presented my song and absolutely crushed it, obviously. Kind of BS'd it, but still, I said what came to mind. Now, this teacher, we've all had one of these teachers before, and you can't judge me for this. It's the teacher with the fat ass, man. And I'm talking about the men, not the women there. And I mean, it's just, I'm sorry. It is just unnaturally big for some reason. And this is what my content has become. But hey, it's not my fault they have fat cheeks. They're always on the shorter end too. Okay, I'm done. Now, if you see my last video, you know my absolute disdain for chemistry. And I think that stems from the teacher I had in high school. Because man, this teacher, I mean, she was a good teacher, but she was too good of a teacher. Not in the sense of, this teacher really makes me want to learn. More in the sense of like, this teacher is teaching me how to learn, but I don't like it. I did like the experiments though. But you know how she's old? Well, right before our final, she ended up breaking her hip. Now, I don't want to be mean, but if it was going to happen to anybody. You need to leave. So on the day of our final exam, we had a substitute teacher. And this guy was so cool, he let us use our phones. Now, a normal person would think, oh yeah, I got this in the bag. I'm just going to cheat through all of this. And to that I say, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're a terrible person taking advantage of a lady who broke her hip and isn't able to proctor the test herself. Yeah, no, I should have probably just cheated myself. But I didn't, because for some reason, the good consciousness in me just wouldn't allow myself to cheat using my phone. Now, I don't know what compelled me to think that I was so good-natured at heart that I wasn't going to cheat, but I will tell you that I've never hated myself more than I did in that very moment. And then I had to retake the class online. So that was very fun. I briefly mentioned in my first video that I ended up taking Chinese and I failed the second semester of the second class. And you might be thinking, well, if you passed the first class, then you know some Chinese, right? Well, my friend, you are an idiot for thinking that. No, I do not. I do not remember a lick of Chinese at all, except for this one phrase that apparently translates to, I am a Mexican person. So think of that with what you will. Hey there, end of the video, yeah. So yeah, again, I have a Twitch channel, so please go follow that. I will try to stream more. But yeah, I'd show, these are just like short little thoughts I had about high school that I remember a lot. And I wanted to share them. I have way more and I'll probably make more videos like this. So subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you think. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know if anybody watches this, but if you do, comment dry bacon.